Welcome to the weight of the world, a yin yoga journey that guides you to take off the weight that you carry on your shoulders, asana by asana, breath by breath, and give it to the intelligence of Gaia. This planet on which we stand is an intricate system of highways and networks that mirror the highways and networks running through our physical bodies. You were never meant to take on so much, but I know that over the years you have. And sometimes the weight of it all feels so overwhelming, and the right path forward to feeling more free seems out of sight. Your journey today will guide you to open and move from the neck to the hips as you release and let go of the weight that you carry, giving it back to the earth, highway to highway, network to network. And as you do, you'll connect in with more lightness and liberation, and feel the deep sigh that naturally arises when you create space to breathe. Beautiful soul, let's begin seated on our knees. You can take a blanket underneath your knees for some extra cushioning. And then just roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And let's take in that first deep sigh together with a long breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh, thinking the word release. And gently flutter the eyelids closed. And connect in with your heart space. What would you like to give back to the earth today? What have you been carrying for too long? Set the intention to release and let go. And gently inhaling and exhale as you drop the chin to your chest, slowly moving, feeling the stretch on the back of the neck. And breathe in to those sensations, visualizing each breath creating more space in the muscles in the neck, opening up those highways for the energy to move and flow. Taking in a nice inhale, and then exhale as you bring your right ear to the right shoulder, keeping the hips square and feeling those sensations across the left side of the neck. Long, slow breaths here. And then from here, gently walking the right fingers a little outside, a little further away from the body. And tilt the head back just a little. A tiny stretch, tiny back bend. And inhale here, and then on the exhale, begin to reach the left arm straight up into the sky, and then bring it over to the right side, finding your edge, finding that first point of resistance. Taking a final breath here and bringing your body back to center. Just noticing the sensations that are present here. Then inhaling, and on the exhale, taking the left ear to the left shoulder, allowing gravity to do the work. Opening the space on the right side of the neck, clearing the highways. And begin to walk the left hand out to the side a little more, finding that small back bend as the back of the skull moves ever so slightly to the back. Finding the spaces of resistance and tension. And breathing into those spaces. And then beginning to bring the right arm up into the sky, lengthening the right side of the body as you exhale and bring that arm over to the left-hand side. And coming back to center slowly, slowly. And visualize the opening here from the neck to the beginning of the shoulders. Starting to feel that weight beginning to drop down. And then coming onto your knees and lifting your hips up. We're going to take the right foot out to the side. The sole of the foot is flat on the floor. Coming into a gate pose. And so inhale as you reach the left arm up into the sky. And exhale as you gently slide that right arm, that right hand down the leg to find the point of resistance. Keeping the armpit nice and open, the chest open. And allow gravity to support you in this posture. Taking a final inhale, and as you exhale, sweep that left arm around the front of the body so slowly and begin to move your hands and your body over to the left side now, bringing the left hand to the mat and reaching that right arm up and over. So swinging to the other side like you're opening and closing a gate. Taking a final inhale, lifting the body up, coming back to sit on your heels and taking a moment to notice. Notice the sensations. Feel the energy moving through the highways and networks within your system. Ready to release and ready to let go. And then inhale as you lift those hips back up, taking the left leg out to the side. The sole of the foot is planted on the mat. And inhale as you reach the right arm up into the sky, and exhale softly as you begin to move the left hand down the left leg, creating that space on the right side of the body. Finding your edge. Final inhale and exhale as you swing your gait with intention to the other side now. Bringing the right hand to the mat and reaching the left arm up and over. Breathing in to any tightness, any tension, to anything you've been holding on to for too long. Let your breath carry it through the body and give it back to the earth. Taking a final breath, lifting the body back to center, and begin to walk your hands out in front of you, coming into a tabletop position. And from here, feel that connection with the earth below through the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet and the knees. And sense the weight, the energy that you no longer wish to carry begin to move from the neck and the side body, down the arms, down the legs, returning to the earth, returning to her intelligence. And then begin to move your spine as if you're moving through liquid honey, doing variations of cat-cow as you allow the spine to move in all directions. These spinal undulations that move the energy through the body, through our channels, breaking blockages, creating more space. And then coming into stillness, And bringing your blanket to your knees if you need some extra support. Placing 2 blocks in front of you. And begin to walk your hands out into a version of puppy dog pose, placing the elbows on the blocks with your head in between the blocks. And bringing the hands together in prayer pose behind the head. Spend a few moments here to find your posture. Connect with how your form is in relationship with this asana. And if you need, you can take a child's pose in this posture, keeping the arms on the blocks. And then using your breath to sink in, opening the chest, the shoulders, creating this space now around your heart. What would your heart like to let go of right now? Don't have to label it. Maybe it's a sensation, a heaviness, a weight on your chest. Again, using your breath. Allow it to carry that weight out of the heart space and give it to the earth. Taking a final breath here. And move the blocks to the side. Release the blanket from your knees and come down onto your belly into a sphinx pose, the elbows underneath the shoulders. Hands are gently pressing into the mat as the chest opens and the heart shines forward. Let all the muscles in your legs be loose, be soft. You were never meant to take on so much. And so let this be a moment where you recognize that in yourself. And you find the compassion for yourself to forgive and to move forward. Staying on your tummy, bring 1 block in front of you for your forehead to rest on. If you like, you can also use the blanket to create a softer space for your head. And then taking the right arm to the left side and the left arm loops underneath. So we're crossing our arms over underneath our body. And gently rest the forehead on the block. So your hands are reaching to opposite sides, palms are facing down on the mat. And feel that stretch, that opening across the back body and the shoulders. Breathe in and release. And gently lifting up the head, unwinding the arms, and then taking the arms the other way around. So if the right arm was forward before, we're going to have the left arm forward this time. And again, softening the forehead onto the block. Releasing the arms and the forehead, and keeping the block exactly where it is. Just turn your body over and come to sit on your bum for a moment. And taking your blanket, roll that up to simulate a small version of a bolster. And place the blanket right to the top of your bum as you're sitting on the floor. And gently begin vertebrae by vertebrae to bring your body down onto this blanket, resting your head on the block. Allow the legs to be straight in front of you. And as you inhale here, bring the hands together in prayer pose, with the thumbs touching the third eye. And here, exhale as you open the arms to the side, coming out in a cactus, creating space along the chest, and feeling the sensations of the things you no longer wish to carry, to begin to move from the top of the body down through the hips and the legs, being received by Gaia through the mat. And surrender a little deeper. In this vulnerable position with your heart so open, surrender. Taking your final breath here, and then slowly lifting your body up, removing the blanket, removing the block, and lowering yourself back down, bringing in the knees for a little gentle hug. A moment of love for yourself. a moment of love for your compassion, for your kindness, for your willingness to help others. And now planting the feet shoulder width apart as if you were coming into a bridge pose. And take the right ankle to the left knee, just on the thigh above the knee. And taking your pillow or blankets, placing that just underneath the right glute. And then inhale here and exhale as you slowly turn your right knee and your left knee onto this cushion. So moving to the right hand side as you open up the hip flexor on the left. Adjust as needed so there is no pain anywhere in the body. You are just meeting that moment of resistance and then surrendering to that moment. And feel free to place your hands on your belly, on your heart. As you begin to feel the sensations of the energy moving from the top body, from your core, down into the hips. The weight of the world making its journey back to earth. And taking in your final breath here, and slowly begin to return to center, placing both feet on the mat, and just noticing the sensations, the contrast between the right and the left. And then moving your cushion and blanket to the other side, as you bring the left ankle to the right knee, to the thigh just above the knee. And as you exhale and begin to move the legs now to the left side, resting the knees on this blanket, this cushion, feeling the opening in the right hip flexor, and sinking into the pose on this side of the body. And taking your final breath, releasing the legs, moving the props to the side, and bring the knees in for that gentle hug one more time. And then slowly begin to rock the body forward and back. A little bit of yang in this yin to move some of that energy. And eventually come up, bringing the soles of the feet together in front of you as you sit with a nice and straight, tall spine. And bring the feet to a distance from the body that feels good with no pressure in the knees. And place a block in front of you or use the cushion. And gently inhale as you reach the arms up. And exhale as you fold the body forward, resting the head on the block or cushion. And allow the weight of your body to melt into the mat below. Sense Gaia holding you here in this moment, holding every cell of your body, every bone, every muscle. Feel her carrying you every step through this life. And take a final breath here, and using your hands begin to walk your body up and release the legs in front of you. Take a nice inhale and exhale, allowing the shoulders to soften. And then turning the body over, coming on to all fours. Inhale as you begin to shoot the hips up into the sky, coming into a soft and gentle downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously if you need to. And begin to pedal and walk your dog, twisting the spine, taking a moment to move the prana and the chi, the energy through your body. And then coming into stillness, Inhale as you reach the right leg up into the sky. And exhale as you bring the knee to the right wrist. And bring the body down to the mat, coming into a sleeping swan. And as the left leg extends to the back, you may need to shimmy the body, some gentle movements to find your comfortable position. If you like, placing a blanket underneath the right glute. And then placing your hands on top of one another, and using them like a little pillow for your forehead to rest on. Stay connected with your breath. Stay connected with your heart. Taking a final breath, lifting the head, placing the hands by the shoulders, and releasing that right leg as you come back into a three-legged dog. And exhale, releasing that leg back to the mat into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up this time, and exhale, bringing the left knee to the left wrist. Letting the right ankle come over to the right side, finding your sleeping swan. Using your props as you need to support you in this position, to allow your body to melt into this form. Taking a final breath here. Lifting the body up and taking that left foot back now into three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing the foot down to the mat. Coming onto your knees. And sitting back in your hero's pose. And from here, you can either sit on a block as you take the feet out to the sides, or use a blanket, or the option to sit straight directly on the floor. And we're going to inhale as we sweep the arms up and out, palms kiss at the top. And exhale, hands through heart center in prayer pose. And begin to breathe directly into your heart space. Connect back to your intention of what it is that you are ready to let go of, the weight you're willing to put down. How can you lighten the weight that you carry on your shoulders? And then gently release the hands onto the knees with the palms facing up, a symbol of receivership. And sense the weight moving from the neck, down the shoulders, coming down the spine, along the back of the body, and the front of the body, moving through the hips, down the thighs, over the knees and the calves, all the way to the feet, moving from your highways, being received by Gaia. And take in a final inhale here, sweeping the arms up and over. Exhale, hands through heart center. And begin to walk your hands out in front of you as you come onto your belly for a reverse corpse pose. Resting your head on your hands. Sensing how the earth carries the weight of you. Allowing yourself to feel lighter. To notice the space where perhaps there wasn't space before. And taking in a nice breath, begin to feel the cells in your body light up. As your breath moves up and down your spine, illuminating your heart, connecting you with love. And then using the support of your hands and your arms, begin to walk your top body back so you come back to sit on your heels. Just notice what's present. Notice any sensations here. Any feelings, thoughts, emotions. And bringing your hands together, heart center in prayer pose. Let's first give gratitude to the teachers and masters that came before us to share these practices and this wisdom. Second of all, gratitude and thanks to yourself for this journey, for making the space and the time to be here. And lastly, gratitude for me for joining the practice today. Have a beautiful day.